What's going on, guys? Welcome to Everything Always. My name is Michael Roman, aka All Fires. Now, if you missed our video from yesterday, I'll make sure it's linked at the end of this and down in the description. We covered a pile of rumors concerning Captain America Brave New World's plot, and through the context of what we already know about the film, and while we told you to keep them in rumor mill territory, they actually seem to make a lot of logical sense. And again, if you didn't watch that video, they cover a major mutant cameo that may be revealed during the film. It'll be linked at the end of this. Today we're taking it one step further with other rumors found in that same pile that talk about the post-credit scene for Captain America Brave New World, and this time in context how it sets up Avengers 5 Doomsday. We're breaking down the latest set of rumors as it pertains to Brave New World's post-credit scene, but first, if you could grab the subscribe button. We do daily Marvel content at the channel. That's all we do, so if that sort of thing's for you, hit the sub button and leave a comment down below. That will automatically enter you to win our ongoing PS5 giveaway. If you want, stick around to the end of the video. We get into all the giveaway stuff again there. And again, just like yesterday's videos, take everything that doesn't come directly from Marvel Studios with a grain of salt. We are covering rumors today, so leave them there. This isn't attributed to any sort of industry insider with any sort of track record, so just leave them as rumors. Don't take them as confirmed. But the latest description going around for the post-credit scene of Captain America 4 says the following quote: "In the post-credit scenes, Nick Fury explains to Sam Wilson about the multiverse and shows him possible candidates for a new group of Avengers, such as Daredevil, She-Hulk, Spider-Man, Ant-Man, and Black Panther Shuri. And although they do not physically appear in the movie, the camera focuses on Sam watching them on a screen alongside Nick Fury." Now again, if you missed yesterday's video, the rumors said that the film would actually end with Nick Fury going ahead and recruiting Sam Wilson to the Avengers, so this is basically an extension of that. You can just see it as a mid-credit scene where all of a sudden Nick Fury is filling in all the stuff that Sam Wilson wouldn't know about what might be going on the multiverse. Now, this actually makes sense depending on how it temporally lines up with what we just saw in the Marvels, because keep in mind, he just lost Monica Rambeau to a whole nother timeline. And while the 616 may not be as caught up as, say, the 838 on the particulars of the multiverse, we're not the only ones. Remember, that timeline that Monica's in, Beast didn't know anything about a multiverse, but there is one huge source of knowledge about the multiverse, and in the 616 right now, that's America Chavez, left over from Doctor Strange. And last we tracked her, she was in training at Comertage, so she wouldn't be inaccessible right now in the way that, say, Doctor Strange might, since he's off planet with Cleo, and we don't know if he's ever returned from where they were going in that post-credit scene, which looked like pretty surely the Dark Dimension. So Nick Fury could use America Chavez as an entire source of knowledge about the multiverse, get pretty caught up about the particulars and even some of the details from what happened in Multiverse of Madness. And while I don't suspect that any of them would know the things that happened in Loki Season 1 and Season 2, I don't think they have to for Nick Fury to understand that there may be another huge problem right around the corner, which of course would be the impetus for him wanting to start the Avengers Initiative again. So they're referencing just a couple of projects, and while it felt like Marvel Studios was going wide and not connecting any of this, there's actually a lot that makes a lot of sense now as we're narrowing in on getting closer to this next Avengers film. And a post-credit scene like this obviously is needed, and at some point before the team starts coming together, because the next time we see Nick Fury and Sam Wilson's Cap, they may have done some work on some core members already, and then there you go, you're on your way to forming the team. I always like to remind you guys, though, at the channel, as we talk about the fact that the Avengers don't exist, and we're headlong into Avengers 5, that's sort of exactly the way it was as we were headlong into Avengers 1. The team comes together in that film. It's just that if they're coming together by the time they face Doctor Doom, they are in deep trouble. That being said, I think in the same way that America Chavez, Nick Fury, there's really not a way that a lot of people can know what's happened with Loki at the end of Season 2 and how the multiverse has changed in that capacity. The only person that could possibly know, and based on her travel across these dimensions, would be America Chavez. That's if she's had a chance to sort of hone her power, and until Marvel starts going and exploring that in any way in canon, I'm going to leave her power set right where it is and assume the only knowledge she can share with Nick Fury up until now is everything that's happened and that we've seen on screen, which means there's also a good chance that nobody has any idea what's about to happen with Doctor Doom. And again, just like we saw with Loki in Avengers 1 being the impetus for getting the Avengers together, it could be the arrival of Doctor Doom and what happens immediately thereafter that sort of pushes this over the edge to, hey, we need to recruit Avengers to, we need to grab whomever we can and for the team right now. Now, there have been some small overlaps over the years, for instance, with Shang-Chi meeting with Captain Marvel and Hulk. So if an Avengers team is sort of going down, Sam Wilson is obviously going to tap into sort of networks like that. And then it'll make sense when maybe Shang-Chi has never met Sam Wilson's Cap on screen and they don't have a chance to do that before Avengers 5. He'll know him by only a couple of degrees of separation, and then you can play that game all the way across an entire Avengers team, right? There'll be overlap between Ant-Man and Hulk and some of the characters for the Infinity Saga, and then who they've gone on to meet can introduce each other to other characters. The huge question mark here, though, is obviously Spider-Man, who, in the eyes of all of these characters, except for maybe a few across the multiverse, has basically erased himself from the canon and the history of working with Avengers. So his road back onto the team, yet to be seen. But you can imagine Tom Holland's new contract is going to include appearances in Avengers 5 or Avengers Secret Wars at the very least, and they're going to want to use his character in a meaningful way. So I'm sure whatever happens there's going to be some inroad back and onto the Avengers squad. Any character that got a major title and during Phase 4 or Phase 5, you can basically count on the team unless their character is a total street level hero. Say like, I don't expect to see Echo on the Avengers. But everybody else, if they got a movie, Shang-Chi, Shuri's Black Panther, Doctor Strange, if it was a lead title, Ant-Man, they're going to be on the Avengers squad. That's how you make all of these investments, all of these movies that maybe didn't do as well as they had hoped or even lost money at the box office. That's how you make them make sense. You can definitely count on Captain Marvel and Miss Marvel as well. And I think it's also a shoo-in that when we saw Star-Lord will return at the end of the last Guardians of the Galaxy movie, that he may be an Avenger as well, just because of sort of where he is now and on Earth, where the Guardians of the Galaxy are presumably God knows where, since the last time we saw them at the end of Guardians 3. But I think what is most exciting as a final thought about all of this is what we've been talking about during this video, Marvel finally having to make huge moves to bring this all together and make sense for Avengers Secret Wars, which really makes it most exciting for whatever titles Marvel Studios chooses for those unclaimed release dates around the end of the Multiverse saga, and then what storylines go on in those titles. I think the cameos and crossovers at that point are absolutely endless, and even the same case with Spider-Man that Sony's doing with Marvel, I can't see how any and all of them aren't major multiverse events and crossovers, which is going to be awesome. You guys let me know all your thoughts though down below about this possible post-credit scene, and if this isn't it for you, what would you like to see? I'm all ears as always. Quickly, let's get into the giveaway stuff before I let you go. Still giving away the PlayStations. The next one will be the finale of Agatha All Along, which starts up in a couple of weeks. Some of you have asked, yes, we're going to do watch parties for Agatha All Along, but if that thing releases at 3 a.m. Eastern Standard Time, instead of them rolling it back to 9, and maybe that's already been announced and I haven't seen, and then the show isn't good, we're not doing that. So you can expect a stream and a watch party for the doubleheader that's going to be on the 18th. If you want to be entered to win the PS5 or any of the other giveaways, super simple. All the same rules will always apply. Hit the sub button because you got to be a sub. Then leave a comment down below, and because it's truly random, the more videos you comment on, the better chance you have of winning. All winners will be announced at the end of videos, the same way we're doing here. The best way to keep up with the content has always been to hit the notification bell with all notifications turned on. And as always, if you liked today's video, I'd appreciate it if you'd hit the like button. My name is Michael Roman. You can find me in a couple of places, Instagram and Twitter at IamFires. You can also find me on Spotify, YouTube, Amazon, Apple, iTunes, under the name All Fires. And while I sincerely appreciate you checking my music out, thanks for checking this channel out. Stick around. We'll be posting again real soon.